which brings us to the fight that was pulled off this card, Cain Velasquez versus Fabricio Verdum, the rematch, which everybody was looking forward to. And Cain did that meeting with that
MMA association.
Yes, the Fighters Association, and said that he's going to have a surgery after this fight. And they went, what?
Why would you do that?
He fucked up. They you can't say you need a surgery before you have a major fight. First of all, that's going to fuck with the betting lines. There's a disaster there. That's going to fuck with the insurance if something happens to you, and then afterwards they say, oh, you told us that you were already hurt. We're not paying for this. Like, do you get paid for, like, when you're in training camp and you get to a fight and you have to pull out because of injury? You don't get nothing, right? What do you get?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Zero.
So he got nothing. So if he chose to fight with that injury, he said he was going to be 100%, he was going to have a cortisone injection, and the doctors disagreed. The Nevada State Athletic Commission disagreed. That Bob Bennett guy, he doesn't fucking play any games, man. He's like, you can't say something like that.
Cain's been in the business too long to do that.
He fucked up. He fucked up.
I think he's just emotional.
When I called Lineker a little monkey earlier, I fucked up.
Yeah.
See, Cain fucked up. You just talk. You say things. Yeah,
I was gonna say, well, that's kind of racist, but
I call myself a monkey though. It sounds worse than it really is.
It's not racist.
It's not racist.
The least bit.
I'm the last person racist. But the point is, when it comes to Cain, is that it was a giant error, and that error pulled him off of this card, and now he's gonna have to fight. He's gonna have to get surgery, and then he's gonna have to fight whoever the fuck is left. And you're talking about more months out, and then even more examination next time, and it's gonna cost him a shitload of money.
A ton of money.
He went through the entire camp. He was a week out. And they pull him from it. And then he was saying, I don't know what this is about. I'm 100% good to go. I've been told I've been cleared. So he was tweeting that he had been told that he was cleared right before they pull him. I thought, I think you give the guy a physical examination in terms of his movement. Like, what can you do? Like, how do you tell a guy
business-wise? Business-wise, you can't.
Something in his back
or
something
neck. But business-wise, you can't, because the UFC goes, man, you have a bulging disc. All right, you get a cortisone shot, and then if you get punched in the face by Verdum or he gets a guillotine and you're paralyzed, you sue the fuck out of us because we can't. Business, you just can't do that.
No denying.
I don't think it falls on. Cain knows better. The people around this association shouldn't have let him do that.
Well, first of all, they should have known about. First, the Bjorn Rebney thing is very weird. Like, I was reading what John Fitch had written. That John Fitch, rather, in an interview said that he was very disturbed by all this because there's a class action lawsuit, and what they're saying is that if the class action lawsuit is dropped, like that they could form this this union, and if they all agreed to abandon the class action lawsuit, it would like help the strength and form the union. And John Fitch was like, what? Like, so you're saying that the UFC would accept you as a union if you abandon the class action lawsuit that we've been chasing down for 2 years? Yeesh. Now, without picking any sides, like if you're on the side of the fighters, not picking any sides, you just have to look at that and go, well, what benefit would it be for the people that are not in this to accept that the class action lawsuit is dropped? This all sounds like someone's trying to get some money. Like there's no one's doing this for free. That's what everybody has to realize when it comes to like these agencies, and there's like 3 different competing ones that are stepping in, right?
One suing the other. There's the 2 big ones. There's the association. There's the union.
Yeah. Well, ultimately, I think we all want the same thing. We all want fighters to be compensated fairly. We want them to make a lot of money because it's a short window of time and it's an awesome sport to watch, right?
Correct.
So you got to wonder, does this help that? Does this help them? Do any of these organizations?
They haven't yet, because if they can't even get together and organize and they're going to fight,
right,
then no one's going to take you serious.
There's 3 different leaders, 3 different ones.
And they all want different things, and then you got to wonder whose agenda's over here, whose agenda's over here. It has to come. It can't come from a businessman. It can't come from another promoter. It has to come from the fighters. The fighters, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying current fighters, because they need to fight. And then they need to have someone speak for them who's been there. But you can't have these business guys with other hidden agendas trying to get things done. Or in Bjorn's case, he has this, weird jealousy with Dana and wants to see him destroyed. Well, we can't have that. Why are you speaking for us? What are you doing?
Yeah.
You don't have the respect of the fighters. What the fuck are you doing? And notice, he's taking a seat back. Because when everyone saw him speaking, they're like, we're out, man. Like,
yeah, well, he was going old school Bellator when he was running things over there, and when King Mo was pissed off at him, and King Mo to this day calls him a dick rider all the time.
Yeah.
It's not good when you got a guy like King Mo, who's a very respected guy, who has horrible things to say about you.
And so I talked to the association. I went, "What are you guys doing? Like, you have one way to make an impression, and you put your best foot forward with this guy." And they went, "Well,
I don't know the dude. Do you know him?"
I know of fighters who have dealt with him. I never fought for Bellator, so I know inside the fighter circle that people have dealt with him for manager and stuff like that. But I don't know him personally.
I was looking at all the tweets and all the negative stuff. I think you can take a very positive angle about improving the life and the conditions of these fighters without attacking people.
Yeah, there's no reason to attack. And it's also, say what you want about Dana White, it's not his job to make sure you guys get your shit together and form an association. He's like, I'm a businessman. I put on fights. If you guys want to do that, cool, get your shit together and then bring it and then let's figure something out. But if you guys are fighting with each other, we can't acknowledge it.
You know what else is interesting about this? The $4 billion that is that they had to pay to buy the UFC.
Yeah.
It's a lot of debt. I wonder how do you? I don't understand business. I'm a dummy. I don't have any business background. But how much money do you have to make to pay off $4 billion? Like, if you buy a house and your house is like $3 million, like, damn, you look at some daunting 30-year payments.
Yeah.
Now imagine 1,000 times that plus $1 billion. Because that's what it is. That's 1,000 million.
But that's
why
what
$1 billion is.
And that's why they're going and doing these budget cuts, saying, how can we save money here and how can we grow it? So then you see, all of a sudden, you see the women's 140-pound division. You're seeing these intern belts.
145, yeah.
145. You're seeing these intern belts. You're seeing ways to, make up the money.